What is up, chosen ones? It is briefly made. I'm back with another quick message. So, yesterday I was feeling so heavy in the spirit. This message that the Holy Spirit kept giving me. The spirit of jealousy was so strong in the spirit that it was hard for me to even focus on putting it out. It was just really heavy. It was like a really heavy feeling, and the Holy Spirit just kept sending me confirmation after confirmation after confirmation about the spirit of jealousy. For some of you chosen ones, you have people that are jealous of you because of how you carry yourself. There are some people that are jealous of you because you took the time to put in the work and the effort to look the way that you do, to um, you know, perfect your craft, whatever it is that you're doing, that you take the time to do and put in a lot of effort into it. Some people kind of hate on that. Speaking of the word effort, I saw a girl at my job on break the other day, and this girl, she was a Caucasian girl, but she had the curliest hair. And I said, wow, like your hair is so beautiful. I said, it looks like you put a lot of effort into that. Like, did you put, she's like, actually, I do. And she just has like a whole hair routine, right? Like, she has to wet it, like cramp it up, put like, curling stuff in it to make it, beautiful the way that it looked. And she has to blow dry it and sit under a blow dryer. And just, she has a whole routine for her hair. And it looks so beautiful. I couldn't even help but to say something about it. It had a lot of energy. Usually things that people put a lot of effort and time to usually has a lot of energy on it. And her hair had a lot of energy. Usually when someone sees something that somebody put a lot of energy on, put a lot of effort into, they get jealous of it because they see how powerful the energy of it is. And you carry a lot of energy. Okay? You are effort. For my spiritual chosen ones, you have some people that, are also gifted just like you. And some of them can see your future. Some of them can see what God is about to do in your life for you. And they get jealous. And they get jealous. Even for those that are not gifted, there are some people out there that just feel that you're going to make it, that they just know that you are going to be successful and you're destined for greatness, right? But they don't see the struggles and the trials and tribulations that you have to endure and the things that you've overcome. They don't see how far God has taken you. Some of us chosen ones have literally had to start from the floor, from a homeless shelter, from a car. And when God starts to bless you with the things that you need and the things that you want, some people start to get jealous of that. But they didn't know where you came from. They don't know the struggles and the trials that you've had to overcome to get as far as you've gotten in life. There's this story that the Holy Spirit keeps bringing back to my mind. It's about Saul and David. In the beginning of Saul's pursuit to end David's life, Saul overheard, a conversation of two women basically sizing up Saul and David, saying that David killed more men than Saul killed. And Saul got really jealous. Hence the book of Psalms. If you read the book of Psalms, it talks a lot about Saul's pursuit and how David cried out to God and prayed against his enemies. Saul targeted David really heavy, and it all stemmed from jealousy. David getting more recognition than Saul, and Saul's the king in this situation, right? In this story. And so, though he was king and everyone sought after him and he was appointed by God, Saul was a man of God himself. He allowed his jealousy to overcome him. God got so tired of David being chased by Saul, and God was so tired of Saul chasing David. One day, Saul had to go to war against, who were they? Saul went to war against the Philistines, right? Which is funny because in the beginning of David's story, he was just a little boy with a sling and a rock, right? And he had to kill this giant Goliath, who was also a Philistine. Anyways, Saul went to war with the Philistines, but he needed a strategy. And so, usually, to win battles, he always consults God, right? But Saul has been pursuing David, trying to take his life because he was so jealous of David to the point where Saul tried to seek counsel from God, and God decided not to help him. Stay with me, okay? So, God decided not to help Saul because he wouldn't stop chasing David. He wouldn't stop being jealous of him. And so God was like, I'm done helping you. Don't ask me to help you in this battle. You are on your own. God knew Saul was going to die without his help. So Saul went to a necromancer, a psychic medium, okay? And this psychic, um, she conjured up the spirit of Samuel, who was like a spiritual advisor. He was also close to God, but Samuel was dead. So she had to conjure up his spirit, and Saul started speaking with Samuel, and Samuel told him, God has cut you off. Why are you asking me for advice? Basically, right? I'm like kind of summing up the conversation, right? And so Saul goes, the Lord will not give me advice on how to win this battle. I'm cut off by God, basically, right? And so, like Saul saying this. And um, Samuel goes, if God has cut you off, then I'm not going to help you, basically. And tomorrow, you and your sons will be with me. So he was basically saying that Saul and his children, his sons, are going to be dead and they're going to be with him because Samuel is dead. So, long story short, though Saul was a blessed man of God, he had the counsel of God. He had God backing him, right? But he allowed his jealousy to overcome him. He allowed his jealousy to consume him because God cut him off. His spiritual advisor, Samuel, wouldn't help him. And just like the spirit of Samuel said, him and his sons were going to be with him the next day. He ended up dying the next day with him, with his sons. And when Saul heard that from the spirit of Samuel, he got so weak. It's like, I believe in the story, he dropped to his knees or he just like kind of sat down. Have you ever been so like scared or like messed up about something, you kind of just dropped? That's what Saul did. And so they had to feed him food. They cut up some meat and some bread for him to eat. The medium did. And they fed him. And then he left. And then the next day he went to war with the Philistines and he died. Some people will get so jealous of you to the point of their own demise. Demise. Demise means their own death. So when you see people are jealous of you, pray for them. Because some people will be so jealous to the point where it could cost them their own lives. That's the message. I love you guys so much. The spirit of jealousy is running rampant. Pray for those that are jealous of you because it could lead to their own death. I'll talk to you soon. Y'all will in peace.